Yo, America, planet Earth. Ho, ho, ho. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas. It's Codell, and welcome back to another episode of the Father's Gospel Podcast. Yo, I'm feeling good today. So much great, fantastic, beautiful news is happening and is on the horizon. All right. But anyways, today, you guys, I've got a video that I'm going to share with you from a judge in, I want to say Kentucky, right? And this judge is talking about the positive impact that equal shared parenting has had on the families in her state. So, yeah, it's a good video. Now, I've not watched the whole thing. I just watched a quick little second of it, and because I didn't want to, like, ruin my initial feelings for it. I want it to come out as natural as possible, but we'll see. I think it's going to be a good video. So, you guys, before we get into it, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. You know what to do. And without any further ado, I'm about to share my screen and we are going to rock and roll. And this is from Robert Garza. You guys don't know who he is. Check him out. Definitely give him a follow. I work with him. He is one of the guys helping make all this happen. Anyways, let's get into this.
I'm Micah Pence. I'm family court judge in Barron and Metcalfe County, the 43rd Circuit here in Kentucky. And I understand that you all are considering the shared or equal parenting time legislation that was passed in Kentucky in 2018. First of all, let me just warn you, we weren't happy. As lawyers, as judges, that was the year I took the bench after 10 years practicing custody and family law. But boy, was I wrong.
Like, I'm glad she just said she was wrong. But the fact that she said her and the attorneys and all these other individuals and organizations were not happy about equal shared parenting is very disturbing. I'm just saying. So let's continue on, though.
It has been an absolute blessing to be able to see people become more active in their children's lives. What were we thinking before with using
What were you guys thinking? Men, especially, we have been screaming from the rooftops for decades that the family courts are absolutely destroying families. And what I'm about to say is just me being honest, okay? I'm not trying to hate on this woman, but here's the thing. My question for this judge is, how did she not recognize this issue all the years that she was in the family courts? How many families has this judge helped destroy? And has she even thought about the fact that maybe she should apologize to some of these families? Has she even ever thought about apologizing? Has that thought ever even crossed her mind, And I'm not hating on this woman. I'm glad that she's finally seen the light, but it's really frustrating because she has helped inevitably tear apart countless families. And now she's finally seen the light. But let's keep going.
a system that only gave one parent every other weekend and one day a week? That's just not enough time with your children. Not if you're a good parent. And oftentimes children do have two great parents that love them and want to spend.
Most of the time, parents have two great children. Most of the time, most of the time, children have two great parents. There we go, man. I'm getting tongue tied. And so again, it's like she didn't even recognize this till recently, and it just blows my mind. Like, again, all due respect to this lady, I'm glad she's finally seen the light. But once again, did she how many families did she help destroy? Ask yourself that. Has she asked herself that?
Time with them. And so the equal parenting time really kind of works itself out, just like you would in a marriage or if two parents were together. You adapt the way your work schedule is so that you can both cover time caring for the child. And that's what we've seen happen now. with a shared and equal parenting time. And one of the biggest benefits
What did she think was going to happen? What do these judges think are going to happen? Do they think that most of these parents, especially dads, because it's mainly dads getting screwed over, do they think that we don't want to be with our kids? Are they really that ignorant? Are you guys really that ignorant? I would like to know. I mean, to be honest, you guys owe us an explanation for your decades of abuse and bad behavior. You guys have totally destroyed countless thousands, millions of families since the 1960s. It is that simple. This is a fact. I hope you guys are seriously looking in the mirror, because me and my son, we are a victim of this family court system. I know countless dads and moms as well, and their children who are victims of this family court system. There are countless grandparents who aren't getting to see their grandkids because these judges, these attorneys have the system set up so one parent is not being allowed to see the child, even though that parent is a quality parent. You guys are responsible for this. This lady has helped contribute to this. I'm not saying this to pick on her or anyone else, but you guys need to be held responsible for this, and you guys need to look in the mirror, and you should be apologizing. It's just that freaking simple. It really frustrates me. Let's go.
is how much the family can come together. In my generation, it was so often that a father was replaced by a stepfather just because of the time that the child would spend with that person in their home.
This video just makes me want to go off. Yeah. How many fathers were replaced by stepfather, and not because that dad didn't want to be there? It's because you guys, the family courts, would not allow the biological father to be in the children's lives. Again, you guys take that finger, point it at yourself, and take some responsibility. You're kind of doing it in this video because, yes, you're acknowledging that you're recognizing that this has had a positive impact. But again, how many of you have actually done serious self-reflection and have realized that you have contributed to the destruction of countless families? Let's keep going.
And we don't see that anymore. We see a child get to have a successful relationship with two parents. I know it sounds crazy, but I think it's actually cut down.
Why does it sound crazy? Why does it sound crazy that a child is having a successful relationship with two parents? That right there, when you said that, that shows how backwards your way of thinking is. You have that feminist mind state going on in your brain. You may not fully hate men, but to a certain extent, you are a misandrist. You have this automatic stereotype in your brain that men are not worthy of being involved in their children's lives to the same level that the mother is. And I bet if I was to look up your ruling record, because I'm assuming all this, I bet if I was to look up your ruling record, it would 100% prove that until this law passed, you spent decades tearing fathers away from their children. Let's keep going.
The time we spend in court. Because as a parent, if you tell me I'm only going to get to see my child every other weekend and one day a week, and that if I then go to court and fight it, that's still the worst that's going to happen, then by golly, I'm going to fight. And so now we've seen that there's not as much reason to fight if you're looking at the best interest of the child.
Well, no, duh, there's not as much reason to fight because you guys aren't fueling the conflict. You're not encouraging the conflict as much now. Duh. Like, literally everything you're realizing was done by your guys' bad behavior, by your misconduct. You did not protect families. You broke families. That's what you did. You left, you and thousands of other judges, commissioners, attorneys, guardian ad litems throughout this country for decades left a path of destruction, shrapnel everywhere, broken homes everywhere, single mother homes everywhere, fatherless homes everywhere. Again, I'm glad you have woken up, but it doesn't mean that you do not get to be criticized.
Child. I understand the presumption is scary, and we were worried about that too. Luckily, we received a little bit of instruction from our appellate court, and all it takes is that it be in the best interest of the child to overcome the presumption of equal parenting time. And sometimes that's distance.
No, all it takes is you guys following the Constitution. That's all it takes. There has been several Supreme Court rulings over the last 100 years confirming that parents have a constitutional right to have a relationship with their child. You guys just have interfered, and you're continuing to interfere throughout many states. Yes, the tide is starting to turn, and we are going to completely dismantle this system of destruction that y'all have willingly partaken in. But still, man, I'm frustrated right now. You guys make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. Let's keep going.
But the real quality of that is that you're looking at this child and not making one rule that fits every child or every family. We're an area that has a lot of factories, and there are a lot of different schedules for those factory shifts that parents will work different so that they always have one of them with a child. And they did that in their marriage.
Really, unless there is evidence of abuse, like I mean physical, sexual abuse, your only job in the family court is to basically referee the parents to make sure that they come up with a parenting plan that they can agree on. That is really it. If there's no evidence of abuse, you have no other role.
And now it's encouraged to continue. We've also seen employers adapt and be willing to change work schedules, extend days so that a parent can have an extra day off a week so that they can spend that with their child. It's been amazing to see a community adapt and for these children to have two loving parents always by their side. I'm happy to help with any trainings, to share any tips with your judges, or to give you more information if you need it.
God, this is so bittersweet for me. This is so bittersweet because I am 100% like, and part of it is me forcing myself. I'm not going to lie. Like, but I am genuinely happy that this judge has woken up. But again, has she, like, I don't know. I'm just asking the question. Has she looked in the mirror and has she asked herself, like, wow, has she acknowledged how many families she has helped destroy over the years through her own rulings and her own ideological leanings? It just, man. But again, big picture wise, very glad this woman has woken up and hopefully she is really out there helping change the system so she can do her part to at least somewhat undo the years of damage that she helped create. Anyways, you guys, that's what I got for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. Let me know what you think about what this lady had to say. Pretty sure she's a judge. Again, I do like what she said. I appreciate what she said. It frustrates me that it took all this for her to see the error in her ways, that she was never able to have enough critical thinking skills to step back and be like, you know, my decision making is maybe creating a not so good environment. Anyways, again, that's what I got for you guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, God loves you and I love you. And I'm out. Peace.